Welcome back, spiritual angels. Okay, so the ancestors and I guess the higher power has been really pinching me to kind of put out these messages. So here goes with this one. I did pull an oracle card to kind of sum everything up. We'll talk about it at the end. I'm going to just get right into the cards. So it looks like you've been working on a lot of stuff to get rid of a lot of stuff and a lot of shadow work to let go of things that no longer serve you in order to move in. That's what this Knight of Pentacles pretty much kind of symbolizes to me. It's hard work through perseverance, and I get the feeling, just like on a similar collective that's out there, that you've been doing like a lot of shadow work, inner work to let things go. And it's going to be really, really important, or it is important, because you have some new opportunities coming in. I feel like you've been getting like some new ideas, you've gained some new insight on things, and you want to do some new things and kind of move forward with some of these ideas and stuff like that. And so letting go and all that work that you've done is really going to help you, because coming up there's going to be this opportunity and you're going to have to use your discernment, because there's going to be like a lot going on around the time that this opportunity comes in, and you're going to have to give yourself grace. You're going to have to kind of slow down in your thoughts and just really kind of use your judgment how you move forward, because you are going to need like your wits. You're going to have to really kind of remain calm and use all this wisdom that you have acquired through everything that you've kind of been through recently and everything that you've been purging and letting go. So it's going to be really, really important coming up because of these new opportunities. There's going to be more than one, but there's going to be one that's going to be super, super like on top, like the biggest opportunity that you've ever had. So like I indicated, you will have to use discernment, and in order to make the best decision for you. Either way, I feel like, just kind of like in one of my previous messages, like if you feel like there's two paths, I think that whole two paths keeps coming up and coming up and coming up in my readings, or when I'm channeling these messages, it keeps coming up like it feels like two paths, but there's really kind of like only one. I feel like somehow you've learned to kind of like connect the two paths into one, but I feel like the reason why it feels like two paths is because one of the decisions that you have to make, or how you have to kind of like incorporate something or someone, I feel like there's something that, or someone that you can't let go, because it's just way too part of this, such a big part of the situation, that you just can't walk away from that specific individual. So you have to kind of learn how to kind of like mesh it in that path. So to you, it feels like two paths, but it's really just kind of like one path. So I feel like it's all going to come to fruition, but I feel like the quicker you decide how you're going to handle this individual is going to be it's going to be kind of like your ticket to how quickly you kind of move forward. And it's kind of like a personal thing. It's not anything that's kind of like out there, something that's waiting. It's just something personal that needs to kind of happen within. And so this message was super, super, super strong. I feel like at times, like this collective feels like they move 90 steps ahead, and then it's like 91 steps back. So it's just like you're back to where you were, but one step back, and you're really kind of not. What's happening is I feel like this old sense of you keeps trying to, kind of pull you back because, that space was a safe space for you. And so moving forward into this new realm is very, very scary. It's scary, and you don't really kind of know. But at the same time, you're open to these new possibilities. And you've made peace with the fact that you don't really kind of know what's going to happen, but you're open to the possibility. Your one thing that's tripping you up, I feel like it's how you're going to like enmesh this one thing that feels like two paths. And that keeps coming up. All right, so the oracle card that I pulled was number 25, which is it's Theta of Venus, or Theta of Venus. I don't know. It's been really hard, like I said, to record these videos because it's like I start to talk and it's like the words just don't come out right, or I pronounce things incorrectly. And it's very, very interesting because I'm a very articulate person, so it's definitely something funky going on with the energy. So I apologize. So anyway, Theta of Venus, she's the goddess. She's a stellar goddess, and she is the morning star and also like the evening star, so to speak. She's kind of like has that combo role, and she's kind of like, well, she is the goddess or guardian of transitional awareness. And so, which means is that she's the one that helps you out in the in-between. And it just kind of makes sense because I feel like this collective is really kind of stuck in an in-between. And sometimes when we're like in the in-between, we can't appreciate the journey because we've come so far. And we feel kind of stuck in a place where like we're kind of feel like we're stuck in limbo. So Theta of Venus is that guardian that kind of gives us the push to kind of keep going and kind of believe in ourselves, because she's the one that motivates that, to believe in yourself. You have everything that you need inside of you to achieve your goal. You just need to believe more in yourself, continue practicing self-care, and just really believing in being confident. Again, I keep losing my words. It's like I keep getting like a blank, like a stop, and I keep losing my words. That's why I feel like every time I make these videos, it's almost like I have periods where I'm just kind of like stalling, or like I can't say anything, but it's because of that, and it has to do with my throat chakra. It's one thing that I have worked really, really hard to unblock. But every time I try to make these videos, I feel like I regress back to having some type of blockage, which I feel like it's really, really a really big part of this collective, because I feel like this collective has worked really, really hard to unblock their throat chakra. Other chakras too, but this one was like the really, really, really big one. I feel like this is the season of needing to be heard. And so this guardian gives us the strength and energy, and kind of reminds us that we've come this far. We came this far on our own energy, perseverance, our own will, like sheer will. And so it gives us that push that we need to kind of keep going in our journey and have confidence in ourselves to keep going and find the strength within ourselves. And so I'm going to leave the message there. Many blessings to all. See you soon.